Hi, once again. Up to this time, we have done almost with our JavaScript. So here we are going to creating small project. That project is consisting of one HTML file, and we have done styling for this. So this job I have already done with this. Here is our HTML file. So here in this, we have to understand that we are going to create a work to do list in which we have to enter some list items over here. Either we will press the enter key or we will click on this button, and that list will be entered to over here as unordered list. Okay, so that is our task. Here we have to create the element using the JavaScript, and we have to create a list, unordered list, here in this page using the concept of JavaScript. So here we start, we go to file, and here we give the name to the file type. I have to select as JavaScript, and here I give the name to the file as my Java script. Okay, there we go. So I have given the name to this file as my javascript.js, and here we are using the concept of external JavaScript. So from here we have to keep if we have to interact this script with this HTML file, we need to have the ID of this text box, and we need to have the ID of this button. So here we get the ID. If we go to this and we see over there, if the ID of the text box is user input and the ID of this button is enter. So here we have to deal with these two IDs from this HTML files. Okay, so here we go, starting our writing our script over here. So here we first create a variable, say enter button, and to this I would like to get the value from document dot get element by ID, and to this ID is enter. Here we have the ID, this ID I am referring over here. Okay, and here I am going to create another variable, say variable input, and to this I would like to get the value document dot get element by ID, and this is input. What ID we have given over here, we have to check the ID is user input. Here we copy this and paste it over here, user input. Now we create another. Now we have to do more things over there. We have to create the unordered list. What is unordered list? That you already know in HTML. And in order to create unordered list, we need two elements, UL elements and a list element. So here we are going to creating these two variables for this purpose. So variable UL here we take, and here we go with document dot, this time we are using query selector, and here we have to give the name of the element that we wanted to use over here. So UL element to create unordered list. Then we create another variable, say variable item. Okay, we have to item as item in the list. So here we go with, to this value is document dot get item by tag name, and to this I will give the element name as list. Li element is used to create the items in the list that we already know in HTML. So here we have to create our first function. As we already know in Java, function keyword is used to create the function. Then we have to give the name of the function. Here we are going to create giving the name of the function as input length. And whenever we have to create the function, we have to use the function keyword. Then we have to give the name of the function. This is the convention of Java or JavaScript, that if the our function name consisting of the two words or three words, the first letter of the first word is in small, whereas in the second word having first letter in capital. Okay, so we have to write the body of this function, that is to be in the curly bracket, and this function will return a value, that is input dot value dot, this is not node value, this is only value, here we go, value dot length. Okay, so here we have to correct, this is not node value, this is only value. Okay, so this function is created over there, and we just create another function, say function list length, function list length. Here we go writing this function, and this function will return item dot length. So this function will return the length of whatever the input we will get in this variable, and this function will return the length, okay, return the length of whatever the length of this item. Okay, so that's why we have declared this function. So here we are going to create another function that will create a list element, that is used to create the elements in here. JavaScript is used for creating the element for HTML file over here. So for this I'm going to create another function, say function keyword is used, and to this I'm giving the name create list element. Okay, create list element, and the body has to be right within the curly bracket. So here I'm declaring another variable, say list li, and to this we have to use the value document dot create element, and if you wanted to create element, that is list. Here we go. Then we have to append whenever we get item in the list, we have to append that item in list. So for this I will use list dot append child function method, and here we give the value document dot, here we use the method create a text node, and to this I will give the value input dot value, input dot value. Here we go. Okay, so now the list item has to be amended in the unordered list. So here we write ul dot append child whatever we will get in list variable. Okay, then input. Once the input is done or a list item is added in the list, we want this text box to be blank again. So here we write input dot value equal to blank. We are again initialize or reset this. Okay, so this is done. Now here in this function I am going to create another function. Okay, within this function I am just going to create another function to make a toggle list. So this is what called as the nesting of the function or nested function here, and to this I am giving the name as cross out. I'm just giving name to this function as cross out. This function is not going to take any arguments. So here I write list dot, and to this I have to give the list dot. Here we have to use class list method, and here I have used its toggle property, and to this I will give the value say done. Okay, so this is done. Now here I'm going to calling this function. So list dot add event listener. Event listener is either click event is there, then I have to call this function, that is cross out. Okay, here we go. Now here I need to have another button over here. I need to have some button over here. Say that button will use for deleting the item. If we after adding the item sometime we feel that this need to be deleted from the list, so for that I am going to create another button over here. So for that I am taking a variable say delete button. Okay, and to this I am initializing document. This will get its value from document dot create element. Here I am going to create element as button. Okay, so this is again I need to append in the list. This button I need to append along with the list. Okay, so for this I will do button dot append child here we write document dot create text node, and here in the text node we just have to we can say we just want del over there. Okay, we want button name to be del is written over there. Say, or instead of del we can use cross symbol, as we have written cross. X is to delete this, so here I write that symbol, that is capital X. As I have already mentioned over there, that is click X to remove the item from the list, so that's why I'm using X over there. So here I write list dot, once the this is done, so we have to append this list dot append child, and here we have to write delete button. then delete button dot add event listener. If we click on this, some event is created over there. So which event? That is click event is triggered over there, so we have to call the click event. Then here we have to give the name of the function that we call with the click. That is, here I'm giving the name this function as delete list item. I have not created this function yet, but I have called this. Okay, this is what called as the function prototyping. So here I'm going to create this function. So for this I'm taking the keyboard function, and here I write delete list item. List dot class list dot add, and here action is that it will delete. Okay, this button's action will be it will delete the item from the list. Now, so this is the end of this. So here we have created a function, this function, and within this function we have created these two more functions. They both are called as the nested functions, that is function within the function. So here I am going to create another function over there, that is function, and I am giving the name to the function add list after click. As we know that we can, if we write some item over here, we can add that item using the two way. Either we can press the enter key, or we can use the click event. This either we can click on this button. So both way we can add the item. So I'm writing these function for only this purpose. Okay, so here in this case, if we say here we say input length, we have created a function over there, input length over here. If input length greater than 0, it means to say that if we have entered something over there, its length is greater than 0, only this will add the item to the list, only then. Okay, if this is less than 0, if we have nothing entered to this, it will not add anything to the list. That's the reason we are using this statement over here. So here we write, here we are calling this function, that is create list element function that we have created. This is done. Now we have to write the same function for the key press. Okay, so here I am writing another function add after key press. Add after key press. Now this will take one argument. Whenever we have to call this will take an argument as event, and here we go writing this body. Here in this we have to check, here we have to check two things. Here we go writing if in this input length greater than 0 and input length greater than 0, and this is called the AND operator. Okay, event dot which is equal to 13. Now what is fun behind using this line? Here we have to try to understand. We just call this same function create list item. Okay, here is equal to 30 means this is the event code, or but we can say that key code. 13 is the key code of enter key. Okay, so that's why we have done it. Mean to say that we have this function will only work if we have entered something over there and we have pressed the enter key only. Okay, so that's why we have written 13 over here, so that we will call this function to create the list. That's all for this. Now we have to uh, and call this event. So here enter event, enter button we are calling, and to this we are saying that add event listener. If we press the enter button, we will call this function. Event will be click, and the function called will be add after click, that we have created above. And to input dot add event listener, here is key press, then we will call the function add after key press. Okay, so that is we have almost done with our JavaScript. So here we save this. Now we need to call this Java, we have to include this JavaScript file, that is external JavaScript file within this. So here I have to write this code over there, script, then we have to give source, and here in our case the source is my JavaScript dot js. Okay, so if you see over there, I have included another JavaScript file over there. You need not to be worried about this I have included from external server. Okay, this is complete URL that is located in external server. For this I need to require to have internet. This is only for this function, this purpose, this pencil symbol. This JavaScript is used only for this pencil symbol, nothing anything else. So here almost we have done with this. So here we go saving this HTML file, and here we go refresh this. Okay, it's done. So here we type the list item, say here we type write grocery. Now here we press the enter, nothing is going to be happen over there. There might be something error in our code. So in order to view this error, we have to go to, we have to click right click, then we have to go to inspect. Here we go with the console, cannot read property add event listener of null at my JavaScript line number 53. So open your JavaScript and go to line number 53. What is, so what is find the error over here? enter button. Here we have to add event listener method, and to this I will give value. Say click. Then I have to call the function, then function name is add after click. Copy this and paste it over here. Save this. Here we go. Close this and here we go, refresh this once again. Now again check for this. Here we add say button. Nothing is going to be over here. So here we have fixed the problem. That is, here we are getting the problem. So now we have fixed the problem. So here we go, refreshing this. Okay, its button is appearing over here. So here I'm going to adding the items. So say I add grocery and I just click on this button. So this is added in the form of list over here, if you see. Okay, and this is it is blank. So here we have to understand the code. I have written the comments so that I'm just uploading this file, and also I have written the comments so you can better understand the script, what it is going, the code has been written and what it's going to be do over there. So here, so this is done using the create list element, and this list is appending over there, and after list is appended over there, so input value is again going to be coming as blank. So if I write fruit here and then I click on this button, if I click on this button, this is added to the list, and in this case this function is called over here. Okay, add list after click. If I click on this button, say I add another button over there, say bakery, then if I press enter, this is again added to list. Now this is just because of this function. Okay, and this delete function, what it's going to be, I have created this function. I have created one more button over there, and that is going to be appended with each list item. Okay, look at this, that is going to be appended within each item over there. If I click on this button is for deletion of the item. So if I click on this button, it will delete the item from the list. Okay, here we understand. If we again write over there, and if write fruit there, it's there. Now look at this function. Okay, if input length greater than 0, it means we have, if we enter something over there, only this button will add item to the list. If we leave it blank, now here the length of the item is input is 0. So if I click on this button, nothing is going to be added over there. It will add only if input length is greater than 0. Okay, so if I add over there as say I add some more items over the utensil, any item you can add over here, like UTA, any item should be. If I click on this, only this item is added over here. Look at this function. If input length is greater than an event which is equal to 13, it means 13 is the enter keys key code. Okay, so if I press enter over here, nothing, input length is not greater than 0, so nothing is going to be entered over here. If I write here something, okay, so it will add to this. If I click on this button, it will delete the item from the list. Okay, so this is what we have done using the JavaScript. What we have done over here using the JavaScript, we have created one thing over there, that we have created the UL element, and using the unordered list element we are adding element items to the list over there, and by we have created the buttons over there, and using this button we are deleting the item from the list. So that's all fun we have done using the JavaScript. Hope you have enjoyed this project, and we will come more with next video. That's all for now. Have a good day.